Welcome to Morning Wood. Let me clear my throat there. So we are just coming off a pretty good week there. I was 19-7 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I haven't done my Saturday stats yet, but not a bad little week. So let's make it happen again. If I got you here, hit like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and drop your comments into the comment box, even if the show's already over. People still like to scroll through, watch the video later, and they like to look for your picks in there. So yeah, drop a comment, say hi, let me know you're there. All right, so today I'm going to talk two games. Drake is at Missouri State, and Toledo is at Miami, Ohio. And then I just did a couple quick numbers on some other stuff as well. So, hey, Elliot, how's it going? So if you guys have questions, maybe I can help you out. Okay, so Drake at Missouri State. Drake has been phenomenal all year long, right? 13-0 for their season, 13-0 against the spread as well. Missouri State's not a bad little squad either, right? They're on a 5-game winning streak. They've got a good offense, but they've got a real good defense rocking with them. And so does Drake. So don't get me wrong. But here's my thing with this. I don't know. We'll look at that in a minute, why the Alabama line keeps going down. Yeah, we'll talk about Toledo up next. I'm into that one as well. Let's make that money today, Corey. Okay, so here we go. Here's my thing with Drake, right? They haven't played since January the 4th. That's like a long time, you know. 3 weeks is a long time, whereas Missouri State has this thing going on. So I noticed it's actually 6 games ago, because the last game that Missouri State played was against a D2. So I'm going to leave that one out of my thing, because you guys know I don't deal with D2s. But so when they played at Northern Iowa, their total came in at a 160. They played at Sugar. Wait, that's the wrong team I'm talking about. Never mind. We'll get to that in just a second. Okay, so here's my thing, is that Missouri State is a high-powered school, right? They are rocking and rolling, and I really feel like this is their time to upset Drake. Call me crazy. Call me crazy if you want to call me crazy, but I just feel that since Drake hasn't played in so long, that could be a problem for them. Now they're rolling into Springfield, Missouri. That's 5 hours away from where they're at. So I'm going to roll here and take Missouri. I actually already took it last night. And take Missouri State. Then as far as totals go, I mean, yeah, I could go on and on. They're 5 starters. They've only got 1 senior. 3 of them are shooting above 50%. Whereas granted, Drake has 4 guys going above 50%, but they seem to score less points, right? So the average points scored per game is actually higher with Missouri State. I'm rolling with it. That's my pick. I'm fading Drake. I know it's a risky move because they're such good coverers, but that's where I'm at right now. The other thing I was looking at was the total in this one. It's 144.5. Missouri State's been rolling in at 150s. Drake's been rolling in at 139s. Both of them have decent defenses. But as far as 144 goes, Missouri State has covered that or gone over that in 4 out of their last 3 games. 4 out of their last 3, because that's how that works. I'm a stat girl. 4 out of their last 5. Drake has gone under it in 5 of their last 5. So I was kind of leaning towards an under here, except that I feel like Missouri State dominates the game, which would lead me to an over. With so many good shooters on the floor, it feels like it has to be an over to me. That's just kind of where I'm at on this. So I'm going to stay off the side for right now. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have taken you down that road. But I am fading Drake. I said it. It's Missouri State plus 3.5 is what the number is. Maybe I'm crazy. Follow at your own will. Hey, Kurt. Hey, Bookie Blaster. Yeah, so we'll talk Kentucky, Alabama real quick because you guys were asking about it. Then we'll move on to Toledo, technically. Sorry, I can't open my deal here. So Alabama has been like one of my faves this season. You guys know that. I'm not even a huge Alabama fan. Yeah, so it opened at Alabama minus 8.5. Now it's 6.5. Even that total's going up as well. I did some like backup stats, but I didn't do it on them. I mean, Alabama's 7-1 at home. I think it's just because UK has kind of had this little surge of being able to play basketball. I'm not sure if Alabama has somebody out. In the Pitt money line, I'm with you here, James. I have that one on my paper as well. Yeah, Tony, see, that's where I was kind of with you too. The only way that Drake can win is for the game to go over. I just don't think Drake wins. I think Missouri State wins. That's where I'm at on that one. Crap, I lost my little thing. So I'm not sure about Alabama. I mean, you guys, I've cashed with them a lot this season, and I'm not a Kentucky person. But Bookie Blaster says the Kentucky covers here. I think it's a lot of points. I mean, I'll give you that. 6.5 point game. That ain't bad. I'm not sure. I'm too into Alabama and I'm too out of Kentucky for me to really know on that one. But I would check maybe injuries. I don't know. Okay, so James likes Pitt money line. If you guys are just joining us, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. Drop your comments in the comment box. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if I'm crazy, because I might be. Okay, so with Pitt, I did some quick numbers. I just did like real quick last 5 game total average kind of stuff, right? The line is Pitt plus 3.5, I believe, and it's 144.5. Let me find this little sucker. Here it is. Yeah, UNC is the favorite on the road, minus 3.5. That number went up from minus 1.5 to 3.5. UNC hasn't played well on the road. They're 1-4, 0-5 against the spread on the road. Pitt's 5-2 at home, 4-3 against the spread at home, 7-3 on the season against the spread. I am digging Pitt here. I feel like I have one little other thing. The other thing about the Pitt game, well, I guess it's not a huge stat, but they do go over 54%, 54.5% of the time. About Drake and Missouri State, Drake goes over 54.5% of the time, and Missouri State goes over 75% of the time. That's the stat that I was looking for. I knew I had a reason that I was looking at the over there. Again, I'm staying off that side or that total. It makes me a little wonky because I think Missouri State wins, and I think that, yeah, you should. Fading Duke and UNC for the rest of the year. Yeah, there's a ton of name recognition built on those two teams, right? And with all the newer bettors that are coming into the scene, a lot of them don't really follow basketball the way that we do. And they just see names like Duke or UNC or Kentucky that are just drilled into your brain that they're good teams. And especially when you see like Duke getting points or something like that. Well, there's a reason why Duke is getting points, because they stink. And UNC is not great either. So that name recognition can really go a long way as far as the incoming, like newer public bettors are concerned. So be careful about things like that. So yes, to finish up what we're saying about Pitt, yes, I do like plus 3.5 points with Pitt. I like this game to go over, but just like by a smidge. It's 144.5. The Pitt average is coming in at 143.2. UNC is coming in at a 152, so that leans towards our over. And it's a ACC battle. They're going to come in and want to bash heads. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. I do really like Pitt plus the 3. I like my Longhorns tonight too, winning money. I like my Longhorns tonight too. Isn't it Oklahoma they're playing? The thing with Oklahoma and Texas, it's they just want to beat each other so bad on their other one's turf. Like in the college football Red River rivalry. You guys know I don't bet a lot of football, but I know that if they're playing in Oklahoma, I'm going to take Texas. And if they're playing in Texas, I'm going to take Oklahoma. Like that kind of thing is what goes on with those two teams. But I like Texas a lot. They've been really good at home as far as winning, but not covering. But Oklahoma hasn't been a great cover team either. And I don't want to overreact to that Kansas situation. That's who they played last, right? It was Kansas. I don't want to overreact to that because I don't think Kansas, I think Kansas is like a Duke and a UNC this year. They're just not as good as most people think they are. So yeah, I'll roll with the Longhorns with you tonight. I'm with you there. Another one I was looking at was Missouri and Auburn. Did you guys have any feelings about Missouri and Auburn? Maybe you guys can help me out on that one. Butler scares you. I like them so much. You liked them last week too. I don't like Butler against UConn. Charles says Bama and Kentucky's going over. I don't like Butler against UConn, but I'm a Hurley fan, right? Dan Hurley is their coach, and I have faith in him and I like him, so I'm not going to fade Butler. But I know you really liked him last week, Craig. So Craig's a smarty pants. Listen to him, maybe, and not me. Oklahoma, the shoe on the outside, pretty much in Texas. They go both. I like Texas. Leg Show's talking about Bama, Kentucky. We were asking why that line goes down. He says Rojas, number 3, the forward, is questionable for Bama, but he took them at -8.5 last night. Fingers crossed and hope the line is moving wrong. Again, I really think that line is moving because didn't Kentucky just come off a good game? I feel like there's some, hold on, I'm pulling it up right now, type of I don't know. I think I lost. I was on the other side of Kentucky, as a matter of fact. Said Jones likes Missouri with the points. And Larry says Auburn is hot right now. I agree. Auburn's kid, Sharif Cooper, that 6'10 freshman, is just a beast, an absolute beast. But Missouri is, I don't want to call them a sleeper team because they're not, I mean, we all know about them. They're number 12 in the country, right? So they're not necessarily a sleeper team. I did some total stats there. I got Missouri's total average at 140 and Auburn's at 157, and it's coming in at 150. So that's like right in the middle of where I need it to be. And I did take out the Auburn 109 to 86 in their last game because that's ridiculous right there. Okay, here's Kentucky and Bama right here. Yeah, they just beat LSU. Where's Ron right now? Oh, freaking LSU. You owe me money, LSU. That's how I feel about you. But how good was our Oregon State cash, though, right? That was a good one right there. That one made me happy. That made me happy about myself right there. I mean, Kentucky's won one game, and maybe it's because LSU is so good. I mean, I'm rolling with my Bama. I'm not doing it, Kentucky. I'm not buying it. He's not 6'10". He's 6'2". 210. It's all in there somewhere. I swear by stats, he's taller. Okay, so the other one I was looking at was Toledo at Miami, Ohio. I went through this one as well. I'm so over LSU right now. I can't even tell you guys about it. I can't even tell you about it. They've got me just ticked right off. So you got to leave them alone when that happens. Sorry, I'm trying to that. Okay, so Toledo at Miami, Ohio. Alex, I like UConn. Craig's likes Butler. But I haven't done like any stats on it or anything like that. That's just kind of where we're at. Craig probably has done more. He's like Butler for a couple days now too. So Sam says to take Auburn and thank him tomorrow. Winning free pick says cash the Jazz over. Are the Lakers playing tonight? Because this is the Kobe Bryant death anniversary. If the Lakers are playing tonight, then watch out. Mizzou Tigers might be up there with Gonzaga and Baylor in quality of victories. I'm staying on the sidelines for that one. Yeah, I like Missouri. I really do. I've got them right here. Like I said, I used to live in Columbia, Missouri, so I always like, they got a place in my heart. Those little Tigers. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Craig's right. He's 6'1". Okay, so Toledo easy money. That's kind of where I'm at as well. Va likes Butler with the points. So go the Butler route because Craig thinks so, and old Va Slow-Mo here thinks so. So don't listen to me. Like I said, I didn't do it all. Bama rolls, says Elliot. I like Elliot too, but I told you I like Bama. I'm not jumping on that Kentucky train one bit. Okay, so Toledo at Miami, Ohio. Long story short, yes, I like Toledo minus the 5, but then it went down to 4, I believe. Here's my thing with Miami, Ohio. Okay, this is what I was trying to say about the last game. So they played 5 last games, right? The last one. So these two, number 1 and 2 out of the 5, their totals came in at 128 against Northern Illinois and 139 against Ohio. All right. But then all of a sudden, those totals jumped to a 152, 173, 148 last time out against EMU. So I asked myself, why? Right? What happened between Ohio and Ball that made these totals jump? Well, I'll tell you. They switched out 2 of their starters. They got rid of 2 guys, and they threw a guy named McNamara and a kid named White in there. And these new starters are making a humongous difference. They've covered all 3 times in their last 3 games. That's against Ball, Bowling Green, and EMU. They beat Bowling Green by 19, EMU by 22, and Ball by 10. All right. So something happened with this team, and we just said what it is, where they've just started scoring a whole lot more. They've really stepped it up. 2 of them are over 50%. 3 of them are averaging in double digits. So I don't know. Is this maybe a little upset situation? Because I think it's so easy for us to like Toledo because they do cover so well. But Toledo's 4-3 on the road. Let's keep that in mind as well. Miami, Ohio is 6-1 at home. So there's that. It's 3 hours apart. What I did like here was first half over 68.5. Toledo first half is averaging 79 points. Miami, Ohio's averaging 68. So I kind of like this going over in the first half, over 68.5. The other thing about Miami, Ohio is they have a really deep bench. That's why it kind of looks like even though 3 of them are in double digits, they're smaller. They're like 13s. They're not in the 18s. But in the last game against EMU, there were 16 dudes that registered minutes in that game, so they're a pretty deep little team as well. They've covered 4-1 in their last 5. I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a doggy day. I think I feel like I want to take Miami. I just feel like I do. Tell me I'm crazy. You can all tell me I'm crazy. Because I know how good Toledo is. Like, don't get me wrong. I know how good Toledo is. And their 4 losses were against Akron in overtime, really good school, at Michigan, Wolverines, at Xavier, at Bradley. Those last 2 were in the Xavier Invitational back in November. Ouch. Oh, my foot's asleep. Miami's losses were at Ohio, Bradley, Buffalo, and Wright. I get it. Toledo's played a tougher schedule. They're better against the spread. There are all kinds of things going for Toledo, but I have a feeling with them. Toledo's very good rebounders. They're good 3-point shooters. They're good free throw shooters. I don't know. I'm going to stay off the side, and I'm going to take it over. That's what I'm doing here. All right. So I'm going over 147 in Toledo at Miami, Ohio. And I'm going to take it over 68.5 in the first half. And I'm actually leaning Miami, Ohio. Dogs are my best friend. What do I know? That's just it. That's just where I'm at. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's what the numbers did for me. Maybe I'm gambling. I'm not gambling. It's what my numbers say. So my strong plays, my official plays, though, are going to be over Toledo, Miami, Ohio, over the 147, over that in the first half, 68.5. And then I'm fading Drake today. We're going to take Missouri State plus the points. I'm going to lay off of that total. I just got to lay off of that total because I have to. And then what else I like today, or the other thing I liked today, was Pitt plus the 3.5. I dug that. I wish I could get a line out on this Fair Dickinson game, but I haven't been able to see one because I do have some numbers on them. I do like Texas. I do like Bama. I know it's not what everyone's hip to right now. I cashed Indiana State yesterday. I don't know if I would do that twice, though. I dig the Zips today. Akron. Georgia Tech and Duke. It's so sad for me. It's very sad. Yeah, Fair Dickinson doesn't have a lineup. Oh, wait, there it is. It's 150. Okay, perfect. We got one. Oh, wow, that's very high. Okay, so for Fair Dickinson at St. Francis, PA, their total's at a 150. This is the kind of stuff I look for when I do these numbers. So I really like this one. In the last 5, I've got Fair Dickinson coming out at a 139, St. Francis, PA at a 144. So if you're giving me 150, I'm going to take that under is what I'm going to do. And then I'm staying off Auburn. That's what I'm going to do there. Tennessee can go crawl into a hole right now. I'm not friends with them right now either. Missouri, Auburn, everyone's kind of been back and forth on it. I like Auburn. Yeah, Ron, I was asking for you earlier. Oh, LSU, Ron. We have LSU issues is what we have. Jack says LSU all day. I don't know. I'm done with them. I'm done with them. Go play basketball somewhere else. I need LSU to show me something right now because they are not. Elliot says the Boston Bruins win big today. Leg show saying St. Louis -9 over Dayton. Let's pop that into the thing here. Look at Temple getting down. Getting down. Ooh, I do. Are the lines off? I always like LIU. Long Island. There it is. Salukis -9. The total's 135.5. They're 7-0 at home. Dayton's 2-2 on the road and against the spread on the road. Salukis are 6-1 against the spread at home. I like St. Louis. I know they've got some young kid that's playing for them that's real good. I can't think of his name. I statted them out a few weeks ago, and I really, really liked him, and I cashed on him. Yeah, I'm with you, Dwayne. Sorry. Yeah, I'm with you, Dwayne. Man, it's just not easy. I've stayed out of the ACC a lot this season because what you think you know about them is just so not true. And that's what I was telling you guys in one of the last videos, that I just have to stop betting on the SEC right now because unless I'm betting on Alabama, I'm getting it wrong. Tennessee's burned me. LSU's burned me. So yeah, AJ's. I was fading Texas A&M last week against somebody, and it did not work out for me. So, but I do like Texas A&M a lot. Let me pull them up. Oh, little brats. I mean, this would LSU needs to bounce back, right? This is crazy talk, LSU. What's going on? You were number 2 in the SEC. You're dropping right down. You lose to Alabama. I'll give you that one. You lost by 30 points. And then you got your butts whipped by a crappy Kentucky team. Granted, you were on their floor. Oh, no. Okay, maybe I'm not thinking Texas A&M. I mean, I feel like you would have to roll LSU right there if you needed to go some certain way. But like I said, I'm leaving them alone. Second half for Tulsa. Yeah, I'm not on Drake. I'm going the other way. Fade Duke. Do that. I've liked Georgia Tech too. One of my really good buddies, Bruno is his name. He's a DJ here in Vegas. He's a huge Georgia Tech guy. And I'm like, every year it's we got to talk smack back and forth. And, most years I've got the upper hand in that, but I'm waiting. The Techs will start to roll in. I don't like LSU ever again, Ron. No, I do like LSU tonight. I mean, I do. Texas A&M, I don't know who I was thinking. Texas A&M's not the one I was thinking of. I'm leaving the SEC alone. John's got an NHL teaser for you guys. Minnesota, Dallas, and Colorado is money. I think Elliot said the Bruins were money tonight. Stay the hell out of college except 2-team parlays. I have found a lot of value in the teasers. Like, we don't have to talk about those we did a whole week on teasers, and I have been finding a lot of value. I cashed one last night in the teasers. So especially with totals, because a lot of times my totals are pretty. Yeah, Terry, I like Pitt money line too. Like, why do we need those 3.5 points? I think that's a good call. If you're going to play Pitt, I don't think that the money line's a bad idea. And you can always flip-flop it too. You're starting out on plus. If they get a good lead on UNC, you can jump on UNC plus and hedge your bet. Then you don't lose any money. There's always that too. So I do love a good money line. I do. Money line dog. A home dog at that. Wade at LSU is a big cheater. Well, I don't know him personally, so anything else that I need to talk about? So if you're just joining me, I'm fading Drake today. It's where I'm at. They haven't played since January the 4th. Yes, I know how good they are. Totally is not lost upon me how good Drake is, but Missouri State is pretty good too, and they're on a 5-game winning streak themselves. I think they're a lot more evenly matched than they might look. Drake, according to the book, has been scoring 84, but in their last 5, only 80. But Missouri State, according to the book, scoring 81 in their last 5, 77. They've both kind of like defenses improved, offenses unimproved. I feel like I had a first half for this game too, but maybe I didn't dick around with it. I think it's a decent way for Drake to travel. And like I said, they haven't played in a while. So I'm just going to roll with it, and I'm going to fade Drake and take Missouri State plus the 3.5 points. My other one I dug was Toledo at Miami, Ohio. I'm going to go over first half, 68.5, and I'm going to go over first game, 147. And I think I'm taking a chance on Miami, Ohio here. I get you guys can call me crazy. I probably am. But I'm just feeling a little doggy dog today, I guess. The Pac-12 kills you. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you run into your conferences and you're like, you know what? I'm over it. Yeah, Drake might be well rested. Sure, that's true. But they also aren't well practiced, So I don't know. Like I said, sometimes I like Akron. Desmond, I like Akron there. They've been really solid. I've cashed the Zips a whole lot this season. They're good at home. They're 6-0 at home, I believe. Yep, and 4-0 against the spread at home. Whereas EMU has just not been playing great. They just got out of a game with Miami, Ohio, and lost it 85-63. Lost by 22 points. That total went to 148. So I would look at that EMU game maybe to go over as well. Did the lines moving that way? Let me make a note of that because I might want that too. Here in a minute. Okay, the other ones we're taking, we're going with Pitt on the money line or plus the 3.5. I like the Pitt game to go over 144.5. I like Fair Dickinson and St. Francis, PA to go under a 150. And then what did I just say I was into? EMU at Akron. I like that to go over a 144. I am going to do a little bit more work on that before I bet on it, though, so don't jump on me about it. Anything else? I believe they ain't been sleeping. while they've been out. Trust. Mark says Auburn's a lock. Alfredo says I'm not crazy. I'm money, honey. Everyone's too big on Missouri State. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? I do my numbers. This is what my numbers say. If the numbers are wrong, the numbers are wrong. What do you want me to do? Right? But what's the point of having the system with the numbers to go against the numbers? I can't do that, right? It defeats the whole purpose of what I'm doing here. Kurt says doggy NHL day too, so keep your eyes out for that. Pitt money line, yeah. Plus the 3.5 you could take, but I think at home, I love a home dog, and UNC has not been great on the road or at all, really. So Craig Trapp. Sorry about that. Pitt and Butler money line will pay sweet. Yeah, that's a good little money line dog. Except I don't want Butler in my world, but I'll think about it. The Heat and Richmond, says Danny Daniels. Niels with Alabama. The numbers are better for Drake, yes, but the whole point of the numbers, the biggest number for Drake for me is that they haven't played since January the 4th. So that's my biggest number that's most important. This is why we cashed on Oregon, right? Or Oregon State. Said don't bother with the +9. We cashed on them first half. We cashed on them full game +400. We cashed on them halftime. We cashed every way you could on Oregon State because Oregon hadn't played in so long. So that's just my angle. You know, you could, that's what I'm saying. Take it or leave it. Drake is the better team. Drake is that. Drake's all those things. But this is where I'm at. Islanders are under cashers. Do I like Missouri +3 versus Auburn? I think we all kind of decided in the chat that we were all into Auburn, and that's what we were going to do. I didn't look at it like properly, except for their total average, which didn't give me anything I could use. See, this is what I mean with the numbers, right? Missouri averaging 140 and Auburn 157, and the total's at 150. Nothing I can do with that number, right? Nothing I can do. I keep talking about Bama. Everyone really likes Bama here. If the number's too big, maybe think about putting them in a teaser and jack it down a little bit. Yeah, Villanova didn't cover either after a long layoff. Although last night I was on Tennessee, or I was on West Virginia. Luckily, I had them on the money line because they only won by a point. I had them at just +105 pregame. But that was kind of my thing with Texas Tech, was that they hadn't played in a while, and it's not easy to get to Morgantown to play West Virginia at home. So I really liked that play, and it was kind of using the same deal that I'm using right now, but it didn't work out. It was a close one, though. Yeah, hey, if you guys are just joining, hit the like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and drop your comments in the comment box. Keep them coming. Let's keep going here. Elliot's saying that the dog of the day in the NHL is the Rangers. You and your Duke loving it. I can like who I want. Got to go back to work. Let's get Pitt in. All right. Old Trots facing Washington again. Old Trots. So that means the Islanders are playing Washington then. Okay, wait. I want to look at the NBA just real quick. Okay, that's right. It's a 3-gamer. Okay, so no Lakers today. Tonight, Dan Kaiser and I are going to do the NBA Total Chaos. I know I promised you guys some Total Chaoses that don't come. Honestly, it's because we'll wait like all the way until, you know, I'm in Vegas, but a lot of our cappers are on the East Coast. So it'll be 7 p.m. to me, but it's 10 p.m. to them. And, you know, there still aren't lines out or whatever. And so I don't want to do all Total Chaos with 2 games or whatever. So we're doing what we can for your Total Chaoses. Football season was a lot easier because we got our lines so much earlier, but we're working on it. All right. And Kurt Alexander, don't forget, he is our NHL Total Chaos champion, as well as our college basketball Total Chaos champion. And then Nick Parsons and Tim Michael went head to head for NHL on our Pucks and Pints show. Nick went 4-0. Nick Parsons at the Insiders Room went 4-0 4-0. Tim Michael was 3-1. So if you guys are looking for premium hockey picks, Kurt Alexander, Nick Parsons, Tim Michael, over at picksandparlays.net. That's where it's at. Craig, if you're in here, what's our promo code this week? It was hot last week. SMU or Memphis? Let's look. Let's find out. I feel like we've got Memphis -2.5. I feel like I've liked SMU this season much more than I've liked Memphis. I have. SMU's 3-0 on the road, 2-0-1 against the spread on the road. Memphis is 5-1 at home, but 2-4 against the spread at home. Let's peek into what they just did. We got a total of 142.5. I'm stuck on my wire. SMU coming off 2 wins against Temple and at UCF. Memphis coming off 2 wins against Wichita and ECU. I don't know, Temple. I've liked SMU this season. I don't know. Can I just say that? I don't know. Anyone in the chat know about SMU at Memphis? Do we have any feelings about that one either way? Houston Rockets -3, says Terry. They are playing the Washington Wizards. Houston -3.5, 232. Wizards have not been great winning on the road, but they are good at covering on the road. They've won 2 and 4. They've covered 4 and 2. Houston's not great at covering at home. They're 2 and 5 at home. My NBA acumen is not that high yet. Someone was saying the Jazz roll, but that's a big spread. Craig Trapp always says that it's really hard to win by double digits in the NBA. Now, that was also last season. This is a very different NBA season. Okay, Miles, thank you, love. Miles says that Memphis's big man has been going off lately. So Jansen says Memphis is playing well. Mark said SMU held their own against Houston earlier this year. I saw that, but SMU lost to Houston 74-60 in their last matchup. So they lost by 14, but they could have played one before that I'm just not looking at, where they did hold their own. Marcella says SMU easy. Bet on the Tigers in college basketball. There's so many Tigers playing tonight. Memphis has good defense. I don't see a high-scoring game. Okay, so it looks like the chat is leaning towards a Memphis and an under here. Love to be hated. Hey, love to be hated. I got your name right this time. Got to take Auburn. Mizzou is ranked, but they are the dog. What does Vegas know here? It's true. Also, name recognition goes a long way in Vegas. We talked about that a little bit earlier. But, I mean, if I was leaning, I just like Missouri. Y'all know that. So, but I really like Auburn this season. Well, don't get me wrong. Islanders win. Did we already do that? How the F is Temple winning with injuries? Well, maybe it's a doggy-dog kind of day. Temple was a trap game. Yeah, you got to watch out for those. So, yeah, that's about where we're at on those. Let me come back to college basketball here. 44-25. Yeah. Okay, so that's about all I got. If you guys are just joining me, I will recap what's up with the get down. Wait, hold on. Okay. So let's recap that. Jansen says not Auburn. Cooper. Auburn's been money since he became eligible. Yeah, he has. And he's 6'1", not 6'2" or 6'10". Bet Tigers, Jansen says Memphis, LSU, and Missouri. Well, the Auburn's Tigers also, aren't they? And they're playing Mizzou. It's a tale of two Tigers. Always take an unranked home favorite against a ranked road dog, says Mark. That's his deal. The point guard coming back. Yeah, that's Sharif. We were talking about that. Missouri State. Thank you, Emil. See, Emil's with me here. We're fading Drake. That's what we're doing. Okay. I understand. I don't see how Missouri State can be a trap when Drake has been such a huge betting favorite, I guess. If it's a trap, it's a trap. This is where I'm at, right? This is where I'm at. What do you want me to do? So yeah, so those are my plays, my official ones. I'm going to fade Drake, take Missouri State plus the points. I don't have an idea on a total there. I would kind of lean towards an over, but I don't know about the total. Toledo at Miami, Ohio. I'm going to get froggy and take the doggy here as well. Miami, Ohio plus the points. I like that game to go over. My strong play on that game would be over a 157. And I also like it to go over 68 first half is what I like. 68 and a half first half is where I'm at on that one. So over in Toledo, Miami, Ohio, and get on the dog in Drake. Just the other ones that we kind of talked about in the chat that I'm digging. See, fade Missouri State today. They play tomorrow night. That'd be best for you. I get that, but if my whole fade is on Drake hasn't played since January 4th, well, tomorrow they will have played since January 4th. Also, I noticed that the big favorites come back really hardcore in the second games, especially if they lose. So I disagree. I would play Drake tomorrow, especially because I think they lose today, and then they'll kick butt tomorrow. Kurt says long layoffs do not lead to covering spreads the first game back. Yeah, I understand. They haven't played. Okay. Yeah, I will be going live tomorrow. I think I will be going live tomorrow between 1 and 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll have a couple more. You guys are all welcome to come back in the morning and say nanny, nanny, boo, boo. All right. You're here for my plays. These are the plays. I don't know what to tell you. No, I don't like SMU money line. I think the chat decided that we really like Memphis here, and that's where we're at. Yeah. See, St. Louis hasn't played in a while either. They've taken about a month off. Tulsa, easy money over Temple. Bro, you're losing 25-44 right now. That game started. Drake covers both days as usual. I should take your money every day and save you the juice. Hey, I had a really good week. We were 19-7 last week. All right, guys. So don't you talk smack. We're all gonna win them and we're all gonna lose them, and we're all allowed to disagree and have our own plays, right? So that's what's up. I really like Fair Dickinson and St. Francis, PA to go under. If you think that I thought that I was going to come on this show and say fade Drake and everyone was going to be like, great idea, you're wrong. I did not think that was going to be a play that everybody was going to jump on. It's what I'm doing. So Pitt, I really do like Pitt, the UNC at Pitt. I like them plus the 3.5, and I like them on the money line as well. If I lean towards a total, I'd go over a 144.5 with Pitt and UNC. But it's iffy. It's a bit iffy because that Pitt defense can get real good. And then don't forget that Pitt's coach, Jeff Capel, used to play for Duke, right? So Jeff Capel still, UNC might not have an issue with him, but I feel like he has an issue with them because the Duke UNC rival doesn't matter where you're at. Once it's in your heart, it never goes away, right? So I'm sure Capel would like to stick it to UNC because why not? Did I say I really like Fair Dickinson and St. Francis, PA to go under the 150? I think the chat, a lot of us are on Auburn here. I'm going to stay off of that. I like LSU over A&M, but I'm staying off of that too. Yes, I know they played a D2, but I didn't include that D2 in the stats, okay? Because that's not how I roll. My last game they played was Valpo, double Valpos. And I think that's about it. I know, Jansen. I was trying to tell you, boom. Got your Tampa win, Superbook. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I took the Bucks plus 150. That was my only football bet I made all day on Sunday was the Bucks plus 150. It worked out. Thanks, Elliot. Some people get me. Some if I'm wrong, you guys all come on tomorrow and tell me nanny boo boo. Yeah, I like fade and Duke. Gotta fade Duke, right? It's unfortunate, but it's what we're gonna do. Yeah, if I'm right, I look like a genius, right? And if I'm wrong, then what do I look like? Texas over. Johnny Bear Creek says Texas over. You're welcome. Yeah, that should be a shootout. Whenever those two teams get together, it's always a fun time. The Buffalo and CMU total, that's a high number, man. I almost did a little statin on that little sucker. Ooh, 165.5, and it's moving. It opened at 163, and it's moving. I've got all my numbers on them sitting right over there, too. I'm trying so hard to get all my stuff organized in a way that I can easy access it. But like I said, when you do it all by hand, it's really difficult. I don't want it all in my computer. I don't access it the same way at all. So, I mean, it's a high total, but it's probably that high of a total for a reason. Any thoughts in the chat? Over under on Duke's? I don't really know. I didn't look. I'm like not even looking at that. I'm out of it. I'm out of it. It's my love. It's my heart. I don't need to watch that garbage. I don't need to watch it. I like just check in and I check the score and then I shake my head and I change the channel. CMU plays no defense, and Buffalo's like top of the league in 3-point shooting and rebound and all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, if I was leaning, I'd go over because the reason that number is so high is because they think it's going to go over and it keeps on moving up. Yeah, see, wow, St. Louis -9, and we were just saying they haven't played in a month, so that could be an issue with some St. Louis. I didn't look at them. I do kind of like Akron today. That might be something I tease down, like an Akron and Buffalo to tease them down 6 points. I might be into something like that. I like the idea of teasing Texas into a favorite also because they're -4. I could get +2 points with them. So I am going to mess around with some, try not to say dick around because Craig yelled at me, mess around with some teaser action too because I have been able to find some good value in that as well. Yeah. Dayton. I just don't know. I haven't been following those teams. The only thing I really know off the top of my head about St. Louis is they've got a good kid. Some kid on that team is really good. Yeah, I'd take Auburn there. Feeling like you got to take Auburn there. I don't drink cocktails. I'm not a cocktailer. I'm a Bud Light girl. That's how I roll. Although sometimes I do like my honey jack, my Jack Honey. I heard that you sound weak if you call it honey jack. You got to call it Jack Honey. So Emil's asking about Kentucky. I'm not doing it. I don't buy it. Texas teasers, 1,000 jokes. You did AU. I'm guessing that's Auburn. Oh, Jansen says he thinks the whole team in St. Louis still has COVID. So let's watch out. That might be a lot of good points to take then on the Flyers, if that's the case. Chelada, the old Bud Light Chelada. Love to be hated, says Dayton sucks, though. I just haven't followed them. Oh, here we go. Brian likes. Yep, I'm with you on all of those. Akron, Georgia Tech, and Pitt. I'm digging all of those. I don't like those big numbers though. I tease those down. Over Butler and UConn, says Anthony Cleveland. LSU is back tonight. What's a War Beagle? I want one. Where do I get one? What is that? I want that. That's your favorite Bud Light? Nice. It's just a good staple beer, you know. Ooh, the Spiders. Yeah, I always like Richmond. St. Joe's. Hold on, let's get to them because I saw them too. There's so many games. Like if I had time in my life, I would handicap every one of these games and tell you what it felt. But so Richmond minus 12 on the road. They're 5-1 on the road, 5-1 against the spread. St. Joe is 1-12 on the season, 1-2 at home, 0-3 against the spread at home. Yeah, I always like the Spiders. I'm gonna write them on my paper, as a matter of fact. I might just tease that number. I'm not into those double digits. Richmond minus 12. Okay. And then Pitt minus 3.5. Texas minus 4. And I like those as a little teaser together. Oh, and Akron, I'm going to tease. And maybe Buffalo too. Okay. Real time sports betting right here, friends. Okay, anything else we need to talk about? Yeah, St. Joe's is really depleted. Carter says he likes that Richmond game to go over. Yeah, Brian right here is backing us up. He's saying Richmond's a good pick too. Elliot says Kentucky's getting smoked. I'm with you, man. I don't believe in them yet. Maybe they figured it out, but we'll see. We'll see. A little hippie lettuce. I call it devil's lettuce. The devil's lettuce. So I love Indiana State. I cashed on them yesterday, though. Southern Illinois is a decent little squad, though. I don't know if I'd do it twice in a row. That's kind of how I felt about it. Want to talk about Drake? That what you want to talk about? St. Joe's go over the very game, it seems. Budweiser, the king of them all. Remember, Budweiser stands for because you deserve what every individual should enjoy regularly. I won a bet in college because I had that whole, the banner at the top of Budweiser bottles or cans. It says, "This is our famous Budweiser beer. We know of no other brand produced by any other brewer, which costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging provides a taste, smoothness, and drinkability you'll find in no other beer at any price." That's what that says. Indiana State. I love the Sycamores. I've been telling you guys about the Sycamores all season long, all season long. I teased them yesterday. So they were -5 yesterday, and I teased them down to a half a bar. They were -6.5 because I teased them 6 and I had them -0.5 a point, I believe is what I had going on there. So now they're down -5. Yesterday they lost by 3. That's how I cashed them. I don't know about that one. I like Indiana State, but I don't know in a second gamer there. So I cannot give you an official play on that game. OU keeps it close. Yeah, I put Texas on my teasing list. I did. KP likes Buffalo, LSU, and Akron. Yep, we're solid on those. We're digging that. Recap on the picks. You're not going to like it. Oh, thank you, Emil. Yeah, guys, if you could please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. KP says Buffalo, Akron, and LSU are his best bets of the day. I have LSU issues right now. But to recap, you guys aren't going to like this. The chat did not like this, but I'm fading Drake today. It's what I'm doing. Long story short, they haven't played since January 4th. Missouri State's a solid team, and it's just what I'm rolling with, okay? So they're 5.5 hours away from Missouri State. It's just where I'm at. No one else in the chat likes it except for Elliot. My other one was Toledo at Miami, Ohio. At first, I was kind of on Toledo, but Miami, Ohio has made some changes in their starters. And I'm going to roll with that dog today. But my stronger play on that game is over 147 and over the 68.5 first half. All right. So those are kind of my picks. The ones that we're digging on, Pitt against UNC, plus the 3.5, or on the money line. We liked it both ways. And I really like Fair Dickinson at St. Francis, PA to go under 150. And then I'm working on a little teaser. I think I'm going to do a little 5-team teaser with Richmond, Pitt, Texas, Akron, Buffalo. Everybody in the chat really, really likes LSU today. That's what's going on there. Yeah, the dogs are hungry this year. David says Texas is going to lose. That's why I want to tease them, because then I can get them at +2 instead of a home favorite. That'll make them a home dog. Close game. Like I said, I get it. I get it. I get it. Come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. We'll talk. We'll talk after the game happens. They got to play the game. Yeah. Johnny Bear Creek psycho pick is Mississippi State plus the 10. You know, I've been high on Mississippi State all season. Ben Howland used to coach at UCLA, Russell Westbrook. You guys have all heard me say it. But I don't cash on them. So here's the thing about them. They lose money for me. So I'm a little bit annoyed with Mississippi State right now. They're playing Tennessee. But on the other hand, I'm a little bit annoyed with Tennessee. Because remember, we had our 10-1 day on Tuesday, and our one loss was freaking Tennessee. So then we jumped on them Saturday saying, hey, Tennessee, they're going to bounce back after that ugly beatdown from Florida. They didn't, and we lost them again. So another one that I'm laying off of. I told you, SEC is not my shiz, but I love Mississippi State. I have all season. But Tennessee's in a spot where they got to start winning games, like quick, like now, you know, like last game. So there's that. I think everyone also liked Bama. That was a pretty solid Bama, LSU, Memphis was a pretty – I'm going to jot that one down too. Terry likes SIU Edwardsville plus the 6.5. Missouri, we've been talking about. Everybody's pretty much on Alabama here, or on that's not who they're playing. Missouri is playing Auburn, right? Now I got to look again. So many teams. I think they're playing Auburn. Yeah, they are. I think everyone was pretty much on Auburn with this one. I'm out of it. I'm staying out of it. But yeah, everyone loved Auburn. Yeah, see, this is what I think too, that they could be being overlooked, but I'm a fan of the Tiger. Well, they're both Tigers. I'm like a fan of Missouri, so I don't know what's wrong with Tennessee. I checked their rosters. I didn't pick up on it. Kurt's fading Drake and St. Louis. Who do I like again on my teaser? I'm kind of working around with these, so I can't guarantee. I definitely like Richmond, Akron, and Buffalo on a teaser because their point spreads are larger. They're like -12, -13s. So I'm going to tease those down to -6s. So Richmond, Akron, and Buffalo, I think I'm going to stick them together. I'm digging Pitt, Texas, and Memphis because they're all minus points that I can flip into plus points. So those three and those three I'm kind of looking at. Tennessee's missing a key player, says AJ's. See, I checked their roster, but I briefly again because I'm pissed off at them. That's what's wrong with Tennessee. They're from Tennessee. They're brats. They're ticking me right off right now. They should be deep enough that stuff like that shouldn't kill them, though. Look at the line. It tells you all you need to know. Mizzou's is ranked, but the dog. No, I get you, but you also got to go with like name recognition and home teams and all kinds of stuff. Bruce Pearl cheats. That usually helps. I love Bruce Pearl. He's the coach of Auburn, for any of you that don't know. Isn't he? Or LSU? Oh, my God. My brain just went blank. Auburn. LSU. Auburn. I don't know. I got to Google it because my brain will explode. Auburn. Okay. That was close, guys. That was close. Got beat by a 5-player Florida team. Yeah. All right. So are we good here? What else do we need to know? Anything else? Oh, the other one I keep forgetting if I tell you guys, but I don't know why I'm so high on this Fair Dickinson at St. Francis, PA. It just falls right in with exactly what I try to do when I stat. The number's 150. Fair Dickinson's averaging 139. St. Francis, PA is averaging a 144. So, yeah, I like Bruce Pearl a lot. So I like that to go under. I like EMU and Akron to go over the 144 also. All right, guys, I've been on for an hour. So I'm going to let you guys go. Don't forget, give me that thumbs up, like and subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. That way you never miss a Morning Wood, a Total Chaos, the live cap, a Craig Trapp free pick, or any of our free pick videos. We're going to be doing pucks and pikes again this week, our NHL in-play show. That'll be on Saturday night. So stay tuned for updates about that. Thank you for anyone who joined us on last week's. It was a really fun time. And that's about it. All right, guys, let's make some money. And if Drake covers, well, you are all welcome to come on tomorrow morning and talk a bunch of crap to me about it. Sometimes you got to take a chance. Take a chance on me. All right. Don't forget, you can follow me at Plus Money Honey. Check out picksandparlays.net for all the premium plays on the site. I don't sell my picks, so don't come asking. I just love to do this little show and talk college basketball, but I don't need to sell picks. It's a lot of work and it stresses me too much. All right, let's do it. Elliot, let's make some money. Oh, real quick, KP, he hopped on Buffalo -3 first half, Akron -3 first half, and Richmond -4 first half. I like it. Well done, sir. Well done. All right, you guys have a great day. Oh, I love you guys too. Y'all are the best also. Buffalo. So I don't want to stop the picks. You guys keep sending in picks. I don't want to like deprive anybody of picks. Buffalo solo over, Bama solo over. So, all right. I'm letting you guys go. See you later. Bye.